is our review of
Ready Player One
by Ernest Cline.
It's 2045 and pretty much everyone logs into the Oasis daily to escape their terrible lives. Affected by overpopulation, unemployment, and energy shortages, 18-year-old Wade Watts is one of these people. He has a mission to find an Easter egg hidden inside the Oasis by its creator, James Holliday. In order to get this, a player must find 3 keys and unlock 3 gates. Wade, playing as his avatar, Percival, finds the first key, the Copper Key, inside the Tomb of Horrors. Then he also meets Artemis. Wade unlocks the first gate by reenacting the entire movie War Games. He gets a hint to locate the Jade Key, but it's very hard to figure out. While he tries to decipher it, he and Artemis go on a variety of digital dates. During this time, Wade has to move out of his home in the Stacks into an apartment and assumes a new identity. While trying to find the Jade Key, Wade plays a perfect game of Pac-Man and wins a quarter. Not even a real quarter. Wade gets the key, no problem, and proceeds to unlock the second gate and grabs the crystal key, heading through the worlds that reenact Blade Runner, the game Black Tiger, and the Rush album. However, the Sixers have this crystal key, but they do not know how to unlock the third gate. Thanks to their knowledge of Schoolhouse Rock, Wade and the gang know how to unlock the gate. Oz invites all the players to his Oasis consoles in his home in Oregon. When they get there, he prepares for a huge battle after unlocking the third gate, just as the Sixers set off the cataclysm, killing everyone instantly. Thankfully, the quarter Wade received after his perfect game of Pac-Man serves as an extra life. Percival survives. He enters the gate, a game of Tempest followed by a recreation of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He meets Holiday's avatar and is awarded digital immortality and Holiday's billions of dollars in. Back in the real world, Wade meets Artemis. Together, they ponder what to do with their newfound fortune. An eternity of leisure and video games or world peace.
Ready Player One's environment isn't that different from our own. The main differences are the creation of the Oasis and the fact that the world is in the middle of a global energy crisis. In some areas, it's almost depressingly similar when it talks about how the world is covered in trash and how people have to live in confined trailer parks. People in Ready Player One's world have to turn to the virtual paradise of the Oasis in order to distract themselves from the unpleasant nature of modern life. One of the most important things the book demonstrates, however, is that you shouldn't spend your life on the internet or in any virtual world because in the story, people depend on the Oasis so much that no one makes an effort to try and change the world for the better. That's sad.
In Ready Player One, Wade follows the hero's journey. The call was Halliday's game quest. Wade's allies are Artemis, H, and Shoto, as well as any other Gunters who help him along the way. The preparation was when Wade studied countless hours of 80s movies, TV, music, and other media to help him along on his quest. The Guardian of the Threshold was a re-rack, Guardian of the Tomb of Horrors, which contained the Copper Key. Crossing the Threshold. In order to obtain the Copper Key, Wade has to defeat a re-rack in a game of Joust. Wade does so and gets his name on the leaderboard, also obtaining lots of XP and coins in the process. The Road of Trials is when Wade has to bypass Artemis to hide that he won. This doesn't fool her. He has to figure out how to find and defeat the first gate. He has to remember the entire movie of War Games by voicing and acting out the character David Lightman. Wade plays the entire game of Pac-Man and gets a quarter that he can't remove from his inventory. Og saves everyone by inviting them to his house in Oregon. Artemis, Wade, Shoto, and H battle against the Sixers and Sorrento. All 5 of them are giant robots. Sorrento kills Shoto. Wade kills Sorrento. The Sixers release the Catalyst, which kills everyone. Wade responds because of the quarter. The saving experience is when Wade enters the third gate and his friends help him defeat the Tempest. Artemis tells him about a cheat to get 40 more lives. He does this until he wins, and then he gets placed into the Monty Python Holy Grail and has to voice his part again. He and the team play it through until he wins. He gets taken to Halliday's library of games and he chose War Games. He types in Lucosia, which allowed him to play Atari and find the egg. The transformation is after finding the egg, he encounters Anorak, Holiday, and is given Anorak's cloak. He transformed into the highest level player imaginable and earned more than $1 billion. The return was when Wade logs off and goes back to real life in Og's mansion. He talks to the team and introduces himself to Artemis. Sharing the gift was when Wade shares the prize money with Artemis, Shoto, and H. Ancient literature and Ready Player One are similar in many ways. One example being that Jason and the Golden Fleece is similar to this story. We're going to go back to the hero's journey and compare Jason versus Wade. Ordinary world. Jason was an ordinary kid in Greece, and Wade was a normal kid living in a trailer park. The Call. Pelias tells Jason that he needs to find the Golden Fleece to get his kingdom back. Wade hears about Holiday's quest and wants to get the money, thus having to find the keys. The Preparation. Jason trains physically, and Wade trains mentally. Guardian of the Threshold. For Jason, it was Phineas and the Harpies, and for Wade, it was a re-rack. Crossing the Threshold. For Jason, it was the Clashing Rocks, and for Wade, it was playing Joust. The World of Trials for Jason was when he had to pass the Amazons and the Bronze Bulls. For Wade, it was obtaining the keys, moving to an apartment, and getting thrown in jail. The saving experience for Jason was when he fell in love with Medea. Wade fell in love with Artemis. The transformation for Jason was when he applied the ointment, which made him stronger and invincible. Wade became invincible in the Oasis, and the quest gave both of them experience. The Return. Jason returns to Greece, and Wade returns to the real world. Sharing the Gift. Jason becomes king and rules Greece in peace. Wade leaves the Oasis and shares his prize with Artemis, H, and Shoto. Another connection to ancient literature is that the Sixers are kind of like the suitors in the Odyssey because they are both strong characters who hinder the well-being of the protagonist. Also, that Artemis resembles Artemis, the Greek goddess. Thank you.
Ready Player One is a book that represents the archetypes of Homeric hero. For instance, Halliday's egg represents the fortune, peace, and resolution that every Gunter and person in the world wishes to have. The Sixers, or the IOI, represent evil, the antagonists, the bad guys, disruption and discord, the ones that cause all the trouble in the world, besides the huge energy crisis. Wade is the protagonist. He is the hero, the good guy, and demonstrates bravery and honor, and he is the one that saves the day. H is a friend of Wade, but their friendship closes off slowly and pretty much comes to an end during the hunt. At this point, it's man for himself. It represents how friendship can sometimes close off when a hero is going for what he wants. Artemis represents love interest of the hero. She is a mysterious female that hinders the hero to get to his goal. Females usually cause the hero problems and stop them from completing what they want done in most Homeric hero stories. Halliday represents the old man that guides the hero. He is a famous video game creator, and he died in his 70s, and is the one that guides Wade on his way to victory.
There are many archetypes present in Ready Player One. The first one being that Wade is the hero. The second one being that he has two dead parents. The third one being that he has wise old men advising him, which are Og and Halliday. The fourth one being that his love interest is Artemis. The fifth one being that he has allies, H, Artemis, and Shoto. The sixth being that Sorrento is both a shapeshifter and death. The Threshold Guardians are the Sixers and a re-rack. A re-rack guarded the Tomb of Horrors, and the Sixers guarded every gate they could get their hands on. The shadow inside Wade erupted when he had to move out to the apartments and enclose himself to make sure the Sixers didn't get him.
In the story are the keys. They symbolize checkpoints. The gates symbolize rites of passage. The trailers resemble how Wade feels in the real world, while the Oasis resembles his world. The quarter, that even the littlest things can help you in a big way, even though the quarter that Wade receives from the Pac-Man games seems to do nothing. The IOI are a controlling corporation that could destroy the lives of many. Oasis is a world within a world. Riddles have a secret within them.
There are many literary devices used in Ready Player One. Suspense is used at the end of each chapter to keep the reader intrigued. For example, when they are about to enter a certain gate or when they are about to fight the Sixers. Flashbacks are used to explain more about a character. Wade had a flashback about his childhood life in the Stacks. Og had a flashback about his last encounter with Holiday. And there are many flashbacks about Holiday explain how they knew what they knew about him. There is a lot of imagery in the book to explain games in the Oasis, as well as Wade's life in his trailer and apartment. Each game had a detailed description of the graphics and where it's from. Alright, to you, Connor.
The protagonist of the book, Wade Watts, shares many common attributes of the classic Homeric hero. The journey that him and his friends go on is even similar to a hero's journey type of quest. Wade is similar to the Homeric hero because he demonstrates strong courage and fights for what he believes is right. His strongest motivation is to prevent an evil corporation from taking over the Oasis in order to bleed the world for a profit. Wade gives everything he has to stop the corruption of the Oasis, and in doing so embodies traits of the Homeric hero.
is on school records. Okay, sorry.
No. Heading through worlds that reenact Blade Runner, the game Black Tiger. Shut up! Do that sentence. Thanks, Connor!
No problem.
We're on set.
Make sure to invest in Bitcoin.
Another connection to ancient Another connection to Another connection to Another connection Another connection to the
I'm not ready for this.
This is our review of
Ready Player One.
Whatever, skip that part. Cut. It's time. Cut.
The preparation was when Wade studied countless